show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this channel or are watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense, because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I also have another YouTube channel called Latina Diaspora, where I talk about issues pertaining to Latinos residing in the United States. The link to that this channel is in the description. Also, I wish to to say that uh, Dreaming of Reality, which is formerly known as Multiracial Movement, has a new channel where, of course, she's going to discuss issues pertaining to MLS and other mixed community issues, as well as other topics. Now, the link to that channel as well is also in the description. So I would encourage all of you, if you have not done so, please subscribe to her channel and check out her content. Okay. And of course, it's a new channel. Sometimes it takes a while for it to take off and grow. So basically, I'm just doing my part to help her gain her support that she needs. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who've already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a supporter from the very beginning or recently joined, I really appreciate your love and continued support. Speaking about continued support, I just reached, as far as views, 250,000 views. Considering like it was only like a week or 2 weeks ago, I was close to 220,000 views. So I really, really appreciate all the support all of you continue to give me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, whether it be TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Your continued support really touches my heart. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and those who watch from the clouds, including the haters. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. Now, before I forget, I just want to say Happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who are Irish, all those who are us Irish for today. Um, today's a day for the Irish people to show their pride in their culture and everything that makes them unique, whether it be wearing the degree or eating corned beef and cabbage or any other customs following St. Patrick's Day. So, and of course, St. Patrick is happened to be the patron saint of Ireland. And there's an interesting story behind St. Patrick as well. Perhaps one of these days I'll share that with all of you. Now, being that this is Women's History Month, I decided to do a stream to honoring the achievements that women have made. Thus, the reason for you see the title on the in the thumbnail, famous women. So, what I'm gonna be doing is in a few minutes I'm gonna be stating some of the achievements of some of the women who became very successful. Okay. Now, certain people like to refer to them as the weaker sex. I prefer to think of them as people, many of them have achieved greatness in also many areas and also many fields. Okay. And also, they're not just a collection of sex kittens and what have you, and things of that nature. They are amazing people. Okay. And in fact, I am the product of an amazing woman who was my mother, God rest her soul. That's why you see in the thumbnail, there's a picture of my mother, God rest her soul, and my sisters. Now, before we get into the main topic, we're going to have another episode of In My Words. Now, as I stated, today is St. Patrick's Day. And just to give you a little idea regarding St. Patrick was a person that actually went to Ireland in the 5th century um, to teach Christianity to the natives. Okay. Um, and it's said that he used a 3-leaf clover, tried to explain the concept of the Trinity, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, one thing we must bear in mind, women have been able to achieve great things. We have women in the field of politics. We have women in the field of business. We also have, of course, women athletes. And there have been women uh, who have led nations, okay? And of course, there's a few um, Angela Merkel of Germany, and of course you have Margaret Thatcher of the United Kingdom. You also have Indira Gandhi of India, and of course Mexico has a woman president. So women have done great things. Okay. Unfortunately, it seems like when it comes to like a powerful woman or strong woman or an independent woman, that seems to cause fear on certain, I'm going to say, weak males. Okay. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why. I mean, look, just because they may be the so-called weaker sex, it doesn't mean that that they're unable to achieve great things. Okay. And plus, here on this platform, we have come across a wide assortment of great female content creators. And I'm going to name a few of them. Of course, we all know, many of them know regarding Xtina, uh, who's been a very successful YouTube content creator, as far as whether it be hairstylist or makeup or dancing, or actually sharing information regarding the Dominican culture or other cultural aspects. Not to mention her blogs. And of course, we also have as another great female YouTube creator, my favorite cyber daughter, Denise Gonzalez, who for the last almost 4 years has produced great content and had brought to our attention many concerns. Many of them has to do with the situation in Puerto Rico, and many has to do with politics and also personal finances and things of that nature. Also, we have when it comes to dealing with the mixed community, we have the pleasure of knowing such great ladies as Golden Goddess and now under the name Dreaming of Reality. Unfortunately, when it comes to these ladies, they have to be people either you love them or you hate them. There is no in between. And of course, we also have Titi Juju, who has produced a great deal of content. A lot of it, stuff that none of us actually thought about. And there are many other female content creators, okay, that it will take me hours to mention their names as far as things of that nature. The whole point is this, it's just to illustrate that when it comes to talent, when it comes to intelligence, when it comes to creativity, it's not something that's restricted on limited to men. Women have been known to be very creative. Okay. And also, when it comes to the Bible, there are many examples of heroin which God has used for a purpose. Of course, we have, for example, Rahab, who was, how can I say this, a 304 and using the change technology. However, she hid Joshua and Caleb, and thanks to her intervention, they were able to conquer the city of Jericho. And then you have another example, Queen Esther, who was instrumental of saving the Jewish people from destruction. And of course, we have um, one of the greatest examples of motherhood of great ladies is the Virgin Mary herself, being the mother of Jesus, and the example that she gave as far as being faithful to God. And there are many other great women of the Bible. In short, women have gone through history and they have done wondrous things. And of course, like there's good and bad in every community. And of course, there have been some evil women as well. We cannot dispute that. But in all, the reason why we have Women History Month so we can acknowledge the achievements that women have achieved. Okay, and to understand that that they can they can they can exceed in many fields. The one thing that we have not had come is actually have a woman president. Of course, we came pretty close last year with Kamala Harris running for president. I do think we are going to see a woman president in the White House. The problem is this: whenever you are the first of anything, the expectations are going to be extremely high. And to a certain extent, um, way beyond high. Okay, because we remember the fact that John Kennedy was the first Catholic president of the United States. Unfortunately, his time in the White House was cut short due to assassination. And then we also have Barack Obama, who was the first person of color. Actually, he was a mulatto, became president. Of course, the jury is still out whether or not Barack Obama, was a good president, great president, New Yorker president, or not so great president. But I do think the day will come when we will see a woman president running the country. When? I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be quite some time. I don't know if I'm going to be around when it happens. Hopefully, I will. If not, well, it is what it is. And what I'm going to ask you to do is like, when it comes to the women in your life, whether it be your mother, your sisters, your nieces, your daughters, your wives, your girlfriends, your close friends, um, take the time to show how much you appreciate each one of them. Okay. In many ways, they're kind of like the unsung heroines. Okay. Particularly when in the situation when some of them are forced to become single moms, especially if it was, through circumstances beyond their control. Because we do understand that there are some women who can single moms because they became widows. Some women became single moms because they escaped a situation of abuse or domestic violence. Unfortunately, some women became single moms because of the poor choices that they made, basically, as far as granting a man the highest honor, which is to bear a child. Nevertheless, let's show appreciation to the women in our lives. And with that being said, we're going to get into the main topic. Now, I want to state for the record that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone wishes to hit that link and to opine regarding the topic on hand, they can do so. Let me just state for the record, if I never seen you before, if I never heard from you before, I will insist that you come up in the backstage to make sure that no one flashes anything inappropriate, which would cause the people of YouTube to take down this stream. Now, you don't have to cam up after you come up in the backstage. You can just stay behind an avatar. It's just that there's certain things I need to do to make sure that the circus don't try to create havoc over here, which means putting everything on subscriber mode, which means checking, making sure that anyone that the backstage, that they, if I don't know them or I never hear from them, to camp up in the backstage. So, in any case, there have been many great women. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight some of the famous women in our history. Okay, so just give me a moment. I was going to share my screen, but lately the computer has been acting up. So let me just give you a couple examples. Okay, just give me a moment. Now, if I mispronounce some of these names, please forgive me. Okay. So the first famous woman we should talk about is someone named Maya Angelou. Okay. From her powerful poetry to her moving autobiography, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, Angela forever changed the literary world and opened the doors for Black authors everywhere. Her love of books started as a child when she struggled with selective mutism for 5 years. Beyond writing, she is also an actor, singer, screenwriting, and civil rights activist. Now, the next person that I wish to highlight is Lucille Ball, um, who is a very famous actress. Um, she's been known, of course, she played roles in I Love Lucy and the Lucy Ball Show. And she also was the first woman to own a major studio called Desilu Productions. Now, the next woman I wish to highlight is Queen Elizabeth II. Okay. Now, what makes her unique regarding her is that she was she ruled the United Kingdom for a record-breaking 70 years, which making her the longest reigning monarch in British history. Uh, in 2022, where she was 96 years old. So obviously, she had a very long life. Now, I'm not going to talk about the controversy regarding Queen Elizabeth. I'm just gonna talk about some highlight. Good evening, Donna Mondo. Thank you very much for stopping by. So tonight we're talking about some of the achievements. Okay. Ugh. Now I'm not sharing my screen tonight because lately I've been having internet problems. Okay. Now the next woman I wish to highlight is Rosa Parks. Okay. Who was involved in the civil rights movement. And it all started in the 1950s with her refusal to give up a seat on the bus for a white passenger. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, her refusal for giving up a seat led to the Montgomery bus boycott, and it was a major factor to ending legal segregation. Um, she lived to be 92 years old. So here's another person that lived a long life. Yes, Irby, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Okay. And actually, she passed away in 2005. She was 92 years old. Now, another great lady is Halle Berry, who is known as in the world seminar. Okay. Aside from being a talented actor and fashion icon, 58-year-old Halle Berry had left a special mark in Hollywood. In 2002, she became the first Black woman to win the Best Actress Oscar for Monsters Ball. In 2023, she presented the same award to Michelle Yao. The second one that the a great. Oh yes, of course, is Eleanor Roosevelt. Yes, who was the wife of Franklin Roosevelt. Of course, another great famous lady is Amelia Earhart, who became the first female pilot to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. She forever changed the world of aviation. Her mysterious disappearance was flying over the Pacific in 1937 has sparked a range of theories from a potential fatal crash to her spending her final days on a remote island. And speaking about great ladies, good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. How are you doing tonight? The topic for tonight. Okay, yeah, she's another great lady. So we're talking about famous women, being that this is um, Women's History Month. Okay, so I decided to highlight some of the achievements that women have made, and also I wanted to make a point that women have done great things in history. That they're not just how could I say this? Recreation centers, so to speak, to some um, men, but actually they have achieved great, great things. So that's why this whole stream is about. Okay, so let me just continue. Now, another great is Michelle Kwan, known as an ice skater, and throughout the 90s, quick became the hottest, most decorated figure skater in American history. She represented both the United States and Asian Americans on the world stage, winning 43 championships and 2 Olympic medals. Now, another lady that I wish to highlight. Okay, now, if I mispronounce some of these names, please forgive me. Mahala Yousafzai. Okay, she is a Pakistani lady. Um, has been fighting for girls' right to education in Pakistan since she was 11 years old. After surviving an assassination attempt a few years ago, she courageously continued to be a worldwide voice for young women. In 2014, she became the world's youngest Nobel Peace Prize recipient. Okay. And again, highlighting the fact that women have made great achievements. Okay. Let me just, okay. You have to excuse me. It's just that it's a little bit of a struggle strain, so I'm trying to do 5 things at a time. Okay, let's highlight this. So just think about it. The youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know about you, but that's something that's really, very, special. And of course, okay. And of course, we have the next person I wish to highlight is Ria Moreno, okay, who's still alive at age 93. She is a Hollywood legend. Her singing, dancing, and acting skills shine classics like Singing in the Rain in 1952 and West Side Story in 1961, making her a true triple threat in Hollywood. In 1962, she became the first Latina to win an Oscar. 15 years later, she achieved the EGOT status, something only 21 people in history has done. Yes, she is an OG, and she's still alive at 91 years old. I mean, all I can say is God bless her. So let me just move this. And of course, we have women serve in the Supreme Court. A perfect example of this is the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg, okay, who became the first Jewish woman to be appointed to the Supreme Court. Her entire career was highlighted with pivotal moments in American history, constantly standing up for gender equality and civil rights. She helped pass the historic ruling on topics ranging from the Affordable Care Act to the legalization of same-sex marriage before her death at age 87. Okay. Now, the next great lady that I wish to highlight is Aretha Franklin. Okay. As one of the most angelic voices of history and an 18-time Grammy winner, Aretha Franklin popularized hits like Respect and I Say a Little Prayer. In 1987, she became the first female artist to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let me just check and see. Okay, you have to excuse me. It says I want to make sure I don't look anybody that may be watching on Instagram. Um, okay. When it comes to AOC, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that she is my representative in the House. Whether she is a great lady, you know what? That it's open to interpretation. Okay. There's some people think she is, other people think she's not. It is not my place to say one or the other. Okay. Considering I think she's been a congressperson for a few years. I do not recall any great legislation that she has passed. Maybe she did. I don't know. Now, Vera Wang is the first Chinese American fashion designer, has become one of the most beloved bridal designers of all time. Before launching her own brand, the 75-year-old worked at Vogue and Ralph Lauren. In 2005, the Council of Fashion Designers of America selected her as the Women's Wear Designer of the Year. Okay. I was just trying not to, I'm just trying to be bipartisan. Okay, so now we're going to go. Of course, there's also the field of medicine. And a perfect example of this is Marie Curie. She was the scientific genius behind radioactivity and X-rays as we know them today. Not only did she become the first, and actually she became the first woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize in 1903. She also won it the second time in 1989. 11. Now think about it. Not many people can say that they ever won the Nobel Peace Prize once. The fact that she's won it twice, that speaks a great deal regarding her achievement. Okay. Now we're gonna go. Now we're gonna go back to the area of seminar when we're talking about Elizabeth Taylor. Okay. She appeared in such movies as Cleopatra in 1963 and Suddenly Last Summer in 1959. And she was among the she also one of the first celebrities who spoke openly regarding the AIDS crisis, creating the Elizabeth Taylor HIV/AIDS Foundation in 1991. And of course, we have Kamala Harris, um, who was okay. Not only she was the first female vice president, she was the first woman of color to be vice president. Now, I'm not going to talk about what she did or what she didn't do. I just wanted to highlight um, some of the things that women have done. So now we're going to go to the world of tennis. Okay. Serena, oh yes, Vanessa Williams was of course the first black women to be able to win Miss America back in the 80s. Okay. Serena Williams served at age 43 served as the face of tennis for years, alongside her sister Venus, and inspired young female athletes around the world. With 23 Grand Slam single titles and 4 Olympic gold medals, she retired in September 2022 as one of the best players to ever step foot on a court. Okay, back to this. Yes. I think, of course, of course, we cannot forget Billie Jean King, uh, who was successful in the world of tennis. Okay, and of course, we can never forget that tennis match with Bobby Riggs, where basically, she beat him fair and square in the game of tennis. And of course, there's a movie about her which highlight a lot of her history and also a lot of history that was not known about her. So now we're going to go into the 18th and 19th century to focus on Jane Austen, who changed the course of English literature with her social commentary in 1813's Pride and Prejudice. Increase in love, she was not revealed to be the author of first of these 3 novels until after her death at age 41. So now we're going to enter into the era of space. I'm referring to Sally Ride, who in 1983 she became the first woman to travel to space. She beat out 1,000 other applicants for a spot in NASA's astronaut program and paved the way for many women like Mae Jemison who follow her in her footsteps. And of course, let me just highlight this. We have women of media like Oprah Winfrey and Barbara Walters. We cannot forget those. And in fact, let me just highlight Oprah Winfrey herself. From 1986 to 2011, she hosted her popular talk show, which turned her into any women media sensation and first black woman to become a billionaire. Aside from the Sex magazine, the TV network, and producing her career, the 71 is also esteemed philanthropist and political activist. And of course, we must not forget Sandra Day O'Connor, uh, who became the first woman to serve as on the Supreme Court. Okay, let's go on. So now we're going to enter into the area of sports. Now, so the next person I'm going to talk about is Rachel Bakovac, who made history in 2022 when she was named the first woman to manage an affiliate of a major league team before the New York Yankees hired her to lead its low A Tampa Topham. That's real interesting. Okay, excuse me. Ugh. Talk about kind of like a tragic figure is Princess Diana. Okay. Who was an example of daring fashion and close bond with her sons, made her a beloved member of the royal family. Princess Diana spoke openly about mental health and HIV awareness and continued to support several charities after her 1992 separation from then Prince Charles. Unfortunately, she was killed in a car crash 5 years later at the age of 36. Okay. Now we're going to go into the area of music, and which is Dolly Parton, um, who have won 10 Grammy Awards and had 55 nominations. She's 79 years old, and she has created a lasting legacy of country music, but also a talent that makes a big difference upstage as well, from promoting children's literacy to donating $1 million to COVID-19 research. Her philanthropy has helped countless people. So now we're going to go into back into the world of movies. Katharine Hepburn. It is no secret that Katharine Hepburn's on-camera work has nothing short of fantastic, but it was just as inspiring her daily life. She was one of the first actresses to embrace menswear and trousers. Her style choices inspire women at the time not to be afraid to wear looks that made feel them comfortable. And of course, we have women of music such as Diana Ross, Tina Turner, Madonna, and Mariah Carey. Okay, let's see. Now, the next person, now, in all fairness, it kind of built up a controversy, is Lizzo, with songs about self-love and body positivity, has become a beacon of light for the music industry. She's also, as a classically trained flutist, often treating her fans as impressive solo on stage. And of course, we have Marilyn Monroe, who was an actress. Unfortunately, she passed away very young. Um, Now I'm going to talk about another lady of film, um, Chloe Zhao, who has won several awards for her dramatical work on indie movies like No Man Land in 2020. In 2021, the 42-year-old became the second woman and the first woman in color to win Best Director at the Oscars. Let me just highlight. Okay. Now, I don't know who is this Maya Montez. So, of course, we have other ladies as well who have made great achievements in the world of movies. So now we're going to focus on another lady. Of course, yes, Eartha Kitt, of course, the woman of color, famous in movies, and also she also appeared in the third season of Batman as Catwoman. Now, please forgive me if I mispronounce this person's name. Iqbal Mohammed, fencing star. She was a fencing star, made history in 2016 as the first Muslim woman wearing hijab to represent the United States at the Olympics. The same year, she won a bronze medal and was included on Time's 100 most influential people list. So we're definitely talking about women who achieve great things. And of course, we have another example in the world anchoring hit programs like 2020, The View, and Today. Barbara Walters was known as one of the most respected TV figures in history. She defied the odds by becoming the first female co-anchor of a network news program, paving the way for women in journalism. Oh, thank you, Gigi, for sharing my stream. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. Okay, like I said, I wanted to, some of the achievements that women have made, and to make a statement. There are many things that women can do, and there's certain things that women can do better than men. And I'm not afraid to admit that. So now we're going to go into the area of sports. So we're talking about Sarah Thomas, who at age 51, almost 51, she became the first full-time female NFL official in 2015, and her milestone has inspired women throughout sports industry. She then became the first female on-field official in playoff history in 2019. 2 years later, Thomas made history as the first woman to officiate a Super Bowl. Okay, so just think about it. Women have they have made big strides in the area of sports and whatnot. Okay, so now we're going to go to. So now the next. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the field of movies. The next person I'm going to highlight is Annie Mae Wong, who became the first Asian American movie star. She was a groundbreaking talent in every way. She bravely fought the racism and discrimination and starred in over 50 films. In 1960, 1 year before her death at age 56, she became the first Asian American to receive a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Okay, so folks, women are able to do many great things. Do not underestimate women for a moment. Now, the next woman I'm going to highlight is Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Okay. As First Lady, Jacqueline Kennedy transformed the White House by restoring the original its elegance and making an effort to procure art and furniture owned by past presidents. She also had a deep knowledge of other cultures and spoke fluent French, Spanish, and Italian. She made it easier for her bond with citizens and diplomats with other countries. And of course, now we're going to go into the area of music. Barbara Streisand. Okay. Gee, I didn't know she was 82 years old. My goodness. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, 82 years old. Sheesh. Uh, Besides her beautiful singing voice, the Grammy winning career, Barbara Streisand paved the way for Jewish actresses in Hollywood. Her pivotal roles in Yentl in 1983 and Funny Girl in 1968 celebrated her culture in a new way. In 1984, she became the first woman to win Best Director at the Golden Globes. So again, we're talking about great achievement that women have made. And of course, we have Michelle Obama, and of course, we have Cher. So now we're good. So now we're going to focus on Amanda Gorman. At 22 years old, poet Amanda Gorman left the nation feeling united and emotional after reading her poem, The Hill Will Climb, at President Joe Biden's inauguration in 2021. 4 years later, she was named the first National Youth Poet Laureate of the United States. Now, at nearly 27 years old, Gorman is continuing to use his poetry to create social change. And of course, we have to focus on Mother Teresa, okay, who was considered one of the world's greatest humanitarians. Mother Teresa dedicated her life to charity work. She received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 and was posthumously canonized as Saint Teresa of Calcutta in 2016. And of course, we have Toni Morrison. Okay, so now. Okay. So now the next person I want to highlight, in 1975, mountaineer and explorer Junko Tebe became the first woman to summit Mount Everest. She was also the first woman to complete the 7 summits, having climbed the tallest mountain in every continent, even survived an avalanche. Oh, that's right. That's right. That is true. And very tall. And I think she's mixed as well, if I'm not mistaken. And going into the area of music, we have Taylor Swift. She became the first billionaire from songwriting and performing. The 35-year-old Taylor Swift has transformed the music industry and earned 58 Grammy nominations and 14 wins in her career. In 2019, following the controversy over her masters, she announced that she's re-recording her first 6 albums in an empowering effort to own her own work. Okay, so let us. We have a few more names. So now we're going to enter into the area of toys, namely Ruth Handler. She was the co-founder of Mattel, who invented the Barbie doll in 1959. She forever influenced childhoods around the world. Fun fact, she named her own dolls after her own kids, Barbara and Ken. Interesting. And now we're going to go into the area of civil rights, namely Harriet Tubman, who led slaves to safety via the Underground Railroad. From 1850 to 1860, she made 19 trips to the south, to the north, to free more than 300 people. She lived a long life and passed away at 1913 at the age of 93. Now we're going to get into the area of Bessie Irono, who served as the lieutenant governor of the state of Hawaii from 1994 to 2002, before becoming U.S. Senator. She became the first female American and Pacific Islander woman to be sworn in the Senate in 2013, as well as the chamber's first Buddhist senator. The 77-year-old secured her third term after winning the election in 2024. And now we're going to go with Selena Gomez. From her lengthy list of acting credits to her Grammy-nominated music, Selena Gomez has been a role model for young women for over a decade. She doesn't shy away from talking about her personal struggles with mental health and lupus. Through the Rare Impact Fund, the 32-year-old has raised millions of dollars to increase access to mental health services for young people. Yes, I agree. No, I'm not going to get into politics. Okay, I'm too old. So now we're going to focus on Danielle Luna, who's inspired careers of Tyra Banks, follow her in the footsteps. In 1966, she became the first woman of color to appear on the cover of British. Unfortunately, she passed away at 1979 at the age of 33. Yes. So now we're going to be focusing on the issue with Susan B. Anthony. She became the co-founder of the National Women's Suffrage Association, fought hard for gender equality and women's right to vote. She never got a chance to see her dream become reality as the 19th Amendment was passed 14 years after her death in 1906. And of course, we cannot forget Michelle Obama, okay, at age only black first lady of the United States, serving during the presidency of Barack Obama from 2009 to 2017. Her main initiatives focus on healthy living and education. First major project with the Obama Foundation, the Girls Opportunity Alliance. So now we're going to go into the area of acting. Um, Haley Lamar was an Austrian-born American actor and inventor. Although she's best known for her work during Hollywood's golden age, she also co-invented a radio guidance system used frequencies hopping technology to communicate during World War II. Lamar was inducted to the National Inventors Hall of Fame 14 years after her death. Now the next, okay, let me just highlight this. Yes. Come on. Yes. Now, Toni Morrison, nearly a decade after winning a Pulitzer Prize for her best-selling novel, The Love, Toni Morrison became the first Black woman to receive the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature in 1993. She published a total of 11 novels throughout her career, as well as a collection of plays, short stories, and nonfiction. Oh, that's right. Joy Saldana was the first Dominican to win an award. Yes. Okay, which is a... So speaking about awards, of course, we have Meryl Streep, who's now 75 years old. She holds the record for most Academy Award nominations. Her 21 total nods includes a whopping 17 nominations for Best Actress and 4 for Best Supporting Actress. Streep has won 3 Oscars for her roles in Kramer vs. Kramer in 1979, Sophie's Choice in 1982, and The Iron Lady in 2011. So now we're going to go into the area of journalism. The next person I'm going to highlight is Ada B. Wells. The lynchings in American South. She wrote 2 pamphlets, a record, Lynchings in the United States and Southern Hall's Lynch Law in all its phases, that reported on a combined 241 lynchings. Wells was also a sociologist, educator, and early leader in the civil rights movement. And of course, we have Hillary Clinton. She made history. Um, Despite losing the race the now 77-year-old Democrat, became the Ugh. She, through a series of self-portraits and painting following a near fatal Hello? Hello? Uh, my apologies. Just give me a moment. Okay. Uh, my apologies. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay. I just want to apologize. Having some technical difficulties. So basically, I have to use my phone at this point. I'm not going to be able to share any more um, due to technical difficulties. But the whole point is I wanted to share with the audience some of the achievements that women have created. Okay. And one thing we have to bear in mind. Okay. There are a lot of these achievements not many people know about. So that is the okay. Now I see here we have a guest. So let me just state for the record, that the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host of the hearing. By appearing on the call, we waive your right to your image. Some of the views that people hold may be considered offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. Now I'm going to bring in my guest. Good evening.
Hey, Jose.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay, I guess I have a little bit of a struggle string tonight.
I know, and you know what? I hit your link and then it knocked out. And I was like, did that just knock Jose out trying to bring me up or what? Because as soon as I hit the link, it went blank.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's okay because the show must go on.
Exactly. Sorry, hold on. I'm checking.
Okay. Yes. So, what do you think about some of the achievements that women have made?
What do I think about them?
Yes.
I think that they're important contributions, I think that men and women have furthered society to where it is, right?
Yes.
And women don't get a lot of credit for the things that they do. And a lot of the women did all those things while still holding it down at home, okay?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to do my part to make sure that some of these women, that a lot of these women, got their flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because,
That's nice,
like you
Jose.
said, Gigi, a lot of these women, they don't get the recognition that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's just my way of saying, no, not all the women are 304s, not all the women are baby mamas and what have you. There are women that made some great achievements, okay? I mean, women who actually led nations, women who've been successful in the world of politics, who have won Nobel Peace Prizes. So I just want to, make sure that some of these women get recognized.
Yeah, that's good. And a lot of women from around the world in different places that have done like even more amazing things than just, being an actress or, a singer. Uh, a lot of those women did things in the face of like very serious danger.
Yes,
And even here too, Harriet Tubman, for example, she's a good example of that.
yes. And
Mhm.
and some of these women, unfortunately, they had tragedy, like Princess Diana, who was killed, you know, um, 30s, and considering the rough deal that she had to deal with, the fact that her uh, husband play her dirty.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
You know what? Princess Diana, she also did her thing as well.
yep,
You know,
that's
some people kind of like they gloss over that, but like her feelings might have been hurt initially, but in the end, she was doing her thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It
I
is
mean, look,
amazing how after all this time, though, how Camilla ended up bagging that for real, though. Like she's like the most hated, probably royal of all of them, right?
well, considering the
Besides
fact,
Meghan Markle, you know, they hate her to death.
well, considering she went from side piece to queen.
Well, if you watch all these shows and stuff that are like about all that stuff that was going on back in them days in them palaces, it's nothing new. Like Anne Boleyn, wasn't that her name? She knocked the queen of was she the queen or the princess of Spain, Henry the Eighth's first wife, and
Hmm.
actually had them like separate from the church because the church used to run England and everything just to get a divorce, just to have that other woman. So they've been doing stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think out of all the royals, though, like Henry the Eighth has like the most entertaining story. There's been so many movies and shows about his reign.
Well, I mean, considering that he was married 6 times, okay,
Who was?
and not only that, he tried so
Oh,
hard.
Harry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're talking about Harry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
also
look,
killed them too when they became too much of a headache. He just got rid of them.
yes, that's true. I mean, and it's just, and actually, the one boy that King Henry had, he was only like a teenager when he died.
Well, I mean, he had his first wife, the queen that came from Spain. I don't think she. I think she. I don't know if she didn't have no babies at all. I think, or she didn't have no boys. Is that what it was? I think it
Yeah,
was that she didn't have no boys and he wanted a boy. And then like the new one that had stolen him away or whatever, she ended up having a girl too. And that actually turned out to be the Queen of England, the red haired one, Elizabeth, right?
yeah.
Hmm. So she
Hmm.
was literally like not even legitimate, and she became queen because allegedly, at that time, your first wife is your only wife. So that would have
Yeah,
been a illegitimate child,
yeah. That's
even
true.
though he eventually married her.
That's true. Now,
But
what
anyways,
I
all off
now what
subject.
I yeah, now what I did, I included um the link to uh, um Dreaming on Reality's new channel.
Hmm.
So so I'm just doing my part to try and encourage other people to subscribe.
Yeah, that's good. Everybody definitely subscribe to Dream.
Yeah,
Jose got the link pinned somewhere, and I also have it on my community wall. And subscribe to my channel as well. I'm out here grinding, trying to get my numbers back up, my
yeah,
subscribers. But my videos are doing pretty good.
yes,
I'm back on track.
yeah. Well, the fact of the matter is, you've been knocked out a couple of times, but you always come back swinging.
Yeah. I don't even think I've been knocked down. I just delete my channel, so it's kind of like doing it to my own self, ain't it?
Yeah, well, no, but something, Gigi, I have said this before and I'm going to keep saying it again. People are going to get upset at me of saying it, but you know what? I don't care. There's certain people that basically either that they love you or they hate you.
Mhm. And that's all right with me because I mean that's how it is with everybody. Not
Yeah,
everybody likes everybody. Not everybody hates everybody. So I might not be for everyone, but that's okay.
that's true.
I'm not meant to be for everyone.
Yeah,
None of us are.
yeah. But yeah, I agree.
I have a solid, good circle around me of like real ass, dope ass people. So I think I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm
Yeah,
attracting the right type of people around me and got rid
yeah,
of the ones that were, snakes.
yeah. Believe me, I know the feeling. There's been a couple people that that used to appear on this platform, but they stopped because basically they reveal their true colors.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all right. Just keep on grinding, keep on, bringing different people in the fold. And, that's why I always say, when I come up here, that whoever's meant for you is meant for you. You just keep on
Yes.
going and just find your tribe because those people were not meant for, you.
Well, actually, the other day, I actually had someone from the Netherlands that was on the panel.
Yeah, I saw it. I caught the playback. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I thought he was
Well,
gonna troll y'all, but he seemed nice. I think maybe he was gonna initially troll you because I heard him at one point where he was like, "Oh, I don't want to come troll you guys. Seem like some really nice people or something." So maybe he decided not to and just to have a conversation.
yeah. But I have been personally amazed with the amount of growth that this channel has gotten. I mean, the fact it's gotten over 250,000 views is like, my goodness gracious, and it happened like almost overnight.
Yeah, does it feel like we've been on YouTube forever?
Yeah. I mean, you would,
But it's like a
I mean,
snowball effect, though.
you would think that, I've been on YouTube for 50,000 years. No, in fact, it's been maybe I think 4 years. It's going to be like 4 years this summer.
But like how the attention span is on social media, so it's like social media time is not like real time. So that's why it seems longer because things move so fast. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
something happened today and it's already old news by tomorrow because something else is going on. So it just seems like, I don't know. I've been on here 3 or 4 years as well. It seems like a long time. I feel like an OG.
yeah. But you know what? But one thing that I saw from the um, State of the Union address, the fact that he honored that 13-year-old that beat cancer.
Hmm.
Okay, and to me, look, one thing about me, I will criticize someone when they do something wrong, but when they do something right, I believe in giving them their flowers. So
Jose?
yeah, can you hear me?
Jose?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now, but I had accidentally X'd out. What did you say?
I said that, of course, when someone does something wrong, I'm going to call their attention. But when someone does something right, I'm also going to highlight it as well.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just random or whatever, but there was somebody on here in the exotical camp, and she was dragging me or whatever because she was mad because I had made a video about her or whatever, and she was dragging me over there and calling me big back and all this other shit or whatever. And so I just thought it was kind of funny because she's like posting her pictures and stuff now, and she looks like a fucking elf. So there is just a lot of audacity of people on YouTube. You can't make this shit up. That's just my little
That's
messy insert, Jose. Sorry.
I mean, that's why I call the collector the circus, because basically they all act like a bunch of clowns.
Um, oh my god, it's like she has weird little pointy, stick out ears and like little beaver funny teeth and shit. But these are the people that come out here and drag and talk about like the way somebody look. It's like, child, please make it make sense.
Look, we all know. We all know a lot of these people, they don't make sense. So they're not even trying to figure out the why.
But yeah, I just wanted to put that little messy nugget in there. It'll make its rounds and it'll get around to the person that needed to hear it.
Yeah, and I know, and of course, you know what's going to happen. I mean, my name will pop up, somewhere and talk about, oh, look what happened in
Well,
Jose.
no, no, no. This person isn't like insane, Jose. This person is just messy as fuck, but it's not like anything like that. You'll be all right.
Okay. Well, I've been trying to keep, stay in my lane, not getting to anything, what have you, but somehow it seems like my name gets dragged a couple of times. Not as much as you, but it is what it is.
What do you mean? I feel like you're getting probably dragged more than me now. Who's dragging me? Nobody's dragging me.
Oh,
Not
okay.
now. But
Mm,
don't, but knock on wood. We'll see how long that lasts.
yeah, well, look. I mean, look,
Currently, I'm not being dragged.
I
Huh?
mean, look, if the circus wants to give me free press, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah. Basically, that's what YouTube is. But
Yeah. I mean, look, this is a labor of love for the both of us.
yeah, I
Okay.
think so. I enjoy it. It's a hobby at this point. And when I think about it, I deleted multiple channels, so I would have had, maybe 6, 7,000 by now or something, maybe more. I don't know. So that part is like, it's not just for a hobby because I do want the coin of it all as well. So this time I'm just gonna leave my channel there and keep going because I've been through a lot and I definitely want to get that coin. But for the most part, yeah, I'm just here for like a hobby at this point.
Yes.
Irby
Oh,
says,
by
do
the
you think
way,
I asked you if you
yeah.
mind asking what do you think about the Creole lady situation? Um, I mean, I don't know what to think about it because I saw 2 posts about her on that Golden Sphere channel, and I mean, the person said her kid wasn't mixed; it was black, and then the other comment was that she took her shot at Vanguard, which I wish I would have seen that post because that would have been interesting. And plus, I know how Lady Creole is. Like she writes like a whole dissertation, honey. Like so, I would have liked to have seen how detailed that was and what she had to say about it. If anybody has the screenshots, let me know. Um, but I didn't see her necessarily like having something so bad happen that she had to run off YouTube. Like, I think that you guys are kind of acting like that she did as well. But I don't think that she did. I don't think that was that serious for her to run off. Unless she's just seeing what this person could be capable of, and then she's just doing that. But I think she's probably just her channel's not deleted. She's probably just laying low for a while, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think she should have privated her channel. No. Mm.
I don't think so either. But you know something, we don't know her side of the situation. So
That's why I'm saying I'm only talking about from what I've seen on YouTube, and a lot of this stuff be going on in Discords and other things like that. So I only know what I've seen, and from what I've seen, it didn't look that serious. It just looked like stupid shit, stupid troll shit. But I didn't see anything that was like crazy. But I don't know what happened behind the scenes. But I like Lady Creole. She's cool or whatever.
yeah.
I don't see why nobody would bother her. But at the same time, she was kind of, in a way, it was going to come. I mean, let's be real, y'all. It's going to come to her doorstep eventually because she was over there supporting Vanguard, and Vanguard was talking shit about mixed women that are with black men, and it looked weird. So I would think that somebody would have brought that up eventually, besides me and
Well,
Multi or Dreamy.
well, the only thing I'm going to say on that subject is that one has to be mindful uh, who they support and the
Mm.
why. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Because you know me, I try to stay above the fray with all the YouTube politics and things of that nature. Because unlike
But
some
yeah, we're
people,
going to give our commentary, and that's true. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't
I
agree with anybody bullying anybody on here, but I'm just saying that I also noticed that. I thought that was strange. Like I've literally seen her over there while he's talking. See, he's talking about me and Multi. Really, I keep saying Multi. Sorry, guys. Dreamy. You don't know who you're in, like Jose said. Who else is there? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. And the thing is, I
You don't know
mean,
who
and
else
it's
is in the audience that you're offending by trying to offend somebody else.
yeah. And we all look. With all due respect, I mean, all this is like basically stuff that's happened. What 3, 4 years ago? I mean, you know what? Whatever floats your boat. That's all I'm going to say.
No, this is recent, Jose. This just happened with Lady Creole.
No, I'm talking about the brief that he's talking about with you and dreaming. But
Who's
as far
beef?
no, okay,
Wait,
no,
what?
but okay, okay. Look, let me rephrase this. Look in the past, I've heard Mullah Vanguard when he's talking about you and dreaming. I mean, it's basically stuff that's the same old rhetoric. Now, as far as Lady Creole monologue, I mean, like I said, I'm really not fully aware. I've heard some of the stuff, and it's like all I can say is we don't know, but maybe something happened or something perceived to have happened that I had to private her channel.
Yeah, that's true. I give you that one.
Yeah.
Wait, what did Irby say? Hold on. I saw the post. It was same old MLS men crying dating about dating, and she responded to the comment on her post, and then that channel attacked her and her family about hanging out on his channel. She got about doxing. What do you mean she got about doxing?
I mean, that's weird.
And then that channel attacked her and her family about hanging out on his channel. Oh, she got scared about doxing. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, she's a model. She's already a public figure. What do you mean? If you look up Creoles, her pictures show up on the internet. She's a model. Also, her
Okay.
channel's growing pretty big. I mean, you can't show your face and remain anonymous. It just those two things don't even make sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it had to have been about what comes after the doxing, and she would be very smart to be worried about stuff like that in certain cases. But I don't know. I hope she's all right though, and she should definitely just come back and just don't argue with nobody and just whatever, keep it moving, keep it pushing. Shout out to you, Lady Creole.
Exactly. You know, and I'll say this, she's definitely been missed by me. Okay. Because I did enjoy her content.
Yeah, I like the whole like little Creole space over there.
Yeah.
I watch a couple of them.
Yeah. So I did see a posting on your community tab. So you were thinking about doing a stream tonight or maybe this week or in the near future?
I was thinking about it, but I'm probably not going to now because it's last minute and it's late, and I'm not gonna be able to round anything up. I gotta plan. I'm gonna plan one though, cause that Cafe Olay Creole channel. She said that she would be down to come on, and I got Janet. She's down to come on, and I got Dreamy. She's down to come on. So I'm just gonna do like lives here or there, like when I'm in the mood or whatever. but not like regularly. I'm
Okay.
mostly gonna focus on videos, you know.
Okay. It sounds like you're just gonna keep it with the ladies. Am I correct?
What the stream? Oh, I don't know. I don't have anything planned. But I don't really have much interaction with with any of the dudes around here except for y'all anyway. So,
Well,
I
I mean,
also realized, and because you guys are, you know, y'all have been down with me, y'all kept it real with me, and y'all are, my peoples. But at this point, I've already definitely put it in my mind that the men is not my target audience or whatever. So that doesn't mean men can't enjoy my channel, but they're not my target audience. So I'm not, you know, catering to them or anything.
well, it's your platform. You should be able to do whatever the fluff you wish. Okay, which is
Yeah.
something that I guess some people they just never thought about.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm just more so focused on my demographic at this point, and everybody can't go. Everybody on their own shit, and that's good.
Well, I find it amazing that I still continue to get people in their 20s and 30s to watch my content.
Hmm.
Okay. Considering I'm old as Methuselah. I mean, I'll be 63 this year.
Yeah, that's good. God bless you.
Wow. Well, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. Shout out to the uncommon folk because all of you have been supporting me even since day one.
Hmm. Shout out to the uncommon folk.
Yes.
Hit the like
So,
button.
yes. So I'm just going to wrap this up because you know me, even though I work remotely tomorrow, it's just that I'm getting to that age when I have to go to bed at a certain time. So it's kind of like a bit of a struggle to stay up past 11 o'clock. But
Well, we're on spring break over here, so I'm up a little bit later these days.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, I'm looking forward to whenever Dreaming does create more content. I'm gonna
Yes,
keep.
I'm
I'm gonna
excited
keep.
for Melissa to get back in the game and build her channel again. I'm excited for her.
Yeah. Of course, I'll do my part to help her, in any way I can. Encourage, people to subscribe. So so this week and pop doesn't definitely next week when I do my lives, I'll be putting the link to her channel in the description, and of course, I'll do my part to try to encourage people to subscribe.
Yes, I appreciate you, Jose, and so does Dreamy. And thanks for letting me up tonight. I just want to keep you a little bit of company since your presentation kind of went kaput,
Yeah, well, you know what?
It was a good one though.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I wanted to highlight what women have achieved. Okay.
Hmm.
And that bring home the point that not all of them are a bunch of 304s and baby mamas and whatever.
Why do you say that, Jose? Messy.
Okay, but you know what? Because you know why? It's all people think. And it's like, no.
Jose,
Okay.
are you low key over there in the manosphere content, low key, high key, or what?
I don't know.
What's
I
your
would
algorithm telling you, Jose? Let me know.
okay. Well, actually, most of the people that watch my content are men.
No,
Most.
but I'm talking about the content you watch. That's what determines your
I
algorithm.
would okay. You know what? I'll watch, stuff about
304s and shit.
yeah. But you know, but but some of it I take it with a grain of with a, with a grain of salt. Look,
They're gonna be like, see, I told you, Golden Goddess is fucked up with the manosphere, motherfuckers. Jose is one.
Well, I guess that's it for my Mr. Rogers image.
I think that's been long gone, Jose.
Look, you know what? I just believe in keeping it real. That's all.
Yes, well, it was a great stream, Jose. You have a good night and goodbye,
Good.
everybody. Y'all hit the like, work on the comment section for Jose.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
Oh, Jose, you gotta make it so that people can comment on your shorts.
You know what? I need people do. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to like when I'm not busy, take a look and see what's going on. It's just that I'm just gonna have to find out what's going on because people do leave comments, but I'll definitely work on it. Definitely.
All right, have a good night, Jose.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop to wrap this up. It was a good stream for the most part, and I just wanted to highlight some of the achievements that women have achieved. I mean, I could have gone for hours, but with the way the way the stream gets, it would have been more problematic. The bottom line, if nothing else, just the point is there have been a lot of great things that women has achieved. Okay, and we should acknowledge that. And I just think to the women in your life who've been there for you, um, make sure that you do your part and acknowledge them. Okay, because we do not show an appreciation to the women in our lives. So as always, a huge shout out to everyone on the chat. Huge shout out to all those who are watching on the playback, and share it by all means. And of course, I'm gonna close the same way we always close. We must do everything possible to avoid the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by the stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron saying good night. Oh, before I forget, I will be live tomorrow night on my other channel, which the topic will be, should we make English the official language of the United States? So I'm going to bring some top points in favor and some points against, and then you, the audience, will decide. With that being said, take care, good night, and